Welcome to Where's Wiseman Week Spring Edition, where we're bringing you a new video every day for a week.
In this video, we're sharing a compilation of our favorite springtime camping adventures.
I think that's pretty good.
Sure.
Ah, that's that squeak I was telling you about. Just need to spray some WD on that.
Trying some new stakes. We're not messing around with the piddly ones that bend every time you knock them in. So this thing's gonna be a sail today. It's a little breezy. One cool thing we found out on our Julco, we didn't even notice this before. It already has the lines pre-attached in this little Velcro bag. Just thought that was pretty genius, and I'd share that with you. Gonna get this puppy cinched down and take a poop.
Oh my God.
Free power time. Oh, we got an uptick.
So we have a really good sized spot here, and we intentionally set everything up over there because as we were scouting, we noticed the biggest anthill we've ever seen right here. So we don't want to be anywhere near this one. Have you guys ever seen an anthill this big? Look at that. It's crazy. I'm itchy just looking at it.
What an absolute glorious day. North Cascades. Little breeze, sun, mid-70s. Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Camp Cocktails with the Wisemans. We're doing something a little different this time, getting a little crazier. We're going to make a pina colada, but without a blender, and it's gonna be blended. So for this, we're gonna need our Blue Eddy Max Oak Power Station. This is such a handy item to have. We've never actually used it to make a drink though, so very excited to try this out. We have our immersion blender, which is gonna blend up our ice for us. And we don't even know if this is gonna work yet, so let's give it a shot. All right, full charge, AC power's on. Moment of truth. Nice. The surge was actually only up to like 80 watts, and I think we can go up to 200 or 300, so we're ready to rock and roll. So in our lineup today for this recipe, we have Bacardi rum, pineapple juice, some coconut cream, and crushed pineapple. Let's get her started. So we're gonna start out with our rum. We're gonna do 2 ounces for that. Next, we're going 3 ounces of pineapple juice. Actually, let's get that in. Good shake. 2, 3, coconut cream. We are going 1.5 ounces. I'm gonna actually have to scoop. Oh wow, that's thick. And I remembered one tip I had for myself was to do the cream first. That way everything else rinses out your measuring device. You could also probably just do 2 or 3 big scoops of this if it's that chunky. Yeah, so do that one first. We're okay though. Couple big ol' scoops of pineapple, crushed, and last but not least, we need some ice. We're gonna go with about 10. All right, here we go. See how this works. Oh, that's not bad at all. Oh, there we go.
When you really want to piss off your neighbors.
Good thing we don't have many neighbors up here. All right. Oh God, that smells good. Actually,
It's like
that
we
was
knew what we're
perfect.
doing.
Let's give this guy a shot here.
You gotta try this one. It's really good.
Give me my cup back.
Uh-uh.
All right, here's your woodworking segment.
What are you doing?
Making another table.
Oh, this should be good. But is it level?
You could fit 6 packs of soda on there. All right. Memorial Day happy hour. Let's get it on.
We've been having the worst time with wind. We had the fire pit here originally, you saw, but everything has just been blasting at the camper. So we're gonna try over there because the wind, if you look at the flag, it's just consistently gonna go that direction. So again, having the pop-up fire pit, Matt just grabbed the axe and we drug it over here.
Sweet swirl it.
And we're gonna try this setup. And at least if the wind continues to go this direction, it won't blow at the camper. There's a deer right there. Oh my god, there's a deer.
Holy shit.
Oh, geez, I'm not back on that line.
Wow, that's really cool. Wow. Is it totally eating right now?
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. We're out camping again this weekend, but we don't have the Jeep.
That's right. Jeep is under repairs right now. Have a lot to do to it. We still wanted to get out. We were lucky enough though to have somebody loan us a pretty sweet 2023 Bronco. It's the Wild Trek Sasquatch package. That's a tongue
Say that
twister.
3 times fast.
It's a beautiful rig. We're loving it so far, actually. It's very comfortable. It's a lot different for us. We're used to bumps and noises. We don't want to get this thing too deep. We're not off-roading it at all, just because it's
Out of
immaculate.
courtesy.
Yeah, it's immaculate.
So Matt's gonna position the trailer. We want to basically kind of spin it almost 180.
Yeah, galley facing the fire pit and the river. It's gonna be beautiful.
Oh, you just barely cleared that tree. We have a little bit different setup. We kind of screwed some things up. You can tell we've been camping at state parks a lot lately because we forgot some things. And since it's such a gorgeous weekend, there are a lot of people out in this particular area. So we do have some neighbors. We're kind of working with what we have here. I'll show you our setup. I'll show you the things we kind of screwed up on a little bit. So here we go. So we've got the trailer facing this way. There's a huge fire pit here, which we actually are not going to use. We brought our pop-up fire pit. We have something really fun planned that we're gonna use that for, so stay tuned there. Here's our screw up. So we didn't have the Jewel Cub, the privacy tent in the camper because we've been camping at state parks so much that have bathrooms. So we didn't have it with us. And of course we have some neighbors here. We're obviously boondocking. So we kind of had to rig up a little bathroom situation. We do have a panel that comes with our Coleman. We bought that. And then this is actually, I think, the rainfly from the Jewel Cub. We did have that in the roam box. So Matt rigged up a little privacy area. I've got my Blika, my toilet there. So this will work. Over here is where we're gonna do our pop-up fire pit. This guy is great. We can really set our fire up wherever we want. So we wanted to be closer to the river, in some sun.
If it was like 100 degrees out here, I might get in, but this was probably snow this morning.
There's that.
Oh my gosh, that is cold.
I guess maybe once your feet go numb, it's not so bad.
Hot.
here with some sun, maybe. I think this spot will work. Yeah?
What a day. God, it's so beautiful out here.
What's the temp?
You knew it was coming. Boy, I think it was 78. Slight breeze. And we are ready to relax.
Is that as high as it's gonna go?
Problem with 37s on the Jeep, off-road package on the trailer. We need taller jacks. Yeah, these babies are ready. Got our pop-up pit, replacement fire mesh, good as new. If you haven't seen any of our old videos where we use our fireside outdoor pop-up fire pit, the fire mesh did eventually not necessarily burn through, but we think some of those chemical fire color changing things did not treat it well, burned a few holes in the bottom. But that fire mesh was 2 to 3 years into a lot of use, so we're not surprised. Even if it wasn't those, it was due to be replaced.
All right, the boys and the kids are off fishing. The wives are gonna hang out at camp in some solitude and some peace and quiet and have a beer.
Boom. I think that's just about right. We're fishing. Man, what a day.
Ace, you reeled it in. Why would you do that? You're not going to catch any fish right by the boat.
Yay, we got one!
Whoa!
Where'd he go?
Sitting around the campfire, we looked up and realized the northern lights were right above us. We hurried to grab the camera and captured what we could.
Coffee time. Yeah, we're trying something new. We sometimes like to get cold brew, just coffees in a can, just to make it easy in the morning, especially when we're on a big road day. You just leave it in the fridge, pull it out. And we're coming to summer. We want some cooler coffees. Just so happens this great company in Portland, Oregon reached out to us, Growler Works. They have all sorts of cool beer, nitro coffee, little mini kegs that you can charge with CO2. So they sent us one, the nitro keg brew, and we're gonna give it a shot. The beauty of this is we can make everything beforehand at home. We don't have to do any prep camping. We just pull out our keg, which you think, you know, that looks pretty big, and it is. But if you compare it to our Stanley coffee press, it's not that much bigger. Takes up room in our fridge, but we never fill this thing completely anyway. So here we go. And I still have a charge. Looks like I got about 15 psi in there. I'm gonna infuse a little more CO here. First time you use it, it's kind of intimidating to figure out, but once you got it down, it's a piece of cake. So I'm gonna put a little more CO in there. Oh, I can hear it. Give it a little shake. This is a really smooth cup of coffee, which is why I like the nitro. Flip her back to pour. Oh yeah. Oh, that is a good cup of nice cool coffee on a warm day.
It's a long panel.
Yeah. Gonna give the old Renogy 100 watt a try as well. We've been using this one for a while. Haven't had any issues, but we could never seem to get more than 40-50 watts on it.
And what we're gonna just use that to charge the Blue Eddy?
Yeah. If I can get it plugged in. Yep, here we go. Getting some action.
What a gorgeous day. The sun's out, not a cloud in the sky. We don't have any plans except maybe some fishing. We got all the solar panels out, everything is charging. We're gonna enjoy this day hanging out by the lake.
Cheers.
Camping! Oh my gosh, I'm too old for this.
Drink the whole thing.
Close.
Like this makes you burp. We play by house rules.
Oh, man!
You had to do it. You get one in right now.
Hey, good round.
That was a great round.
I'm surprised there aren't mosquitoes.
I think there is, they're just not fully out yet. It was snowing a couple weeks ago.
No, true. It's like there's bugs flying around, but they're not biting you. They're not like up in your business. It's nice.
Oh, that was smooth as butter. Hey, is that an eagle? I think that's a bald eagle.
That is, yeah.
Well, day 2 definitely not as good. Caught a couple myself yesterday, didn't get any film on that. Just having too much fun relaxing with friends. But it is a beautiful day. Just this is living. Oh yeah, we got him. Oh, we got a fighter. No!
Yeah.
Could have cut that with a steak knife. Love the Tonka trucks in the background.
Perfect.
Ah, yeah.
All right, we are basically packed up and ready to hit the road. We've got about a 3-hour drive to get home. Been a great trip. Holy cow, I don't think I've ever seen that.
On our way home, we just had to stop at a couple vantage points for Clear Creek Falls and Mount Rainier before heading back into civilization. So we're going a little more local, a little bit north of us in Seattle, to the first state park in Washington State, Larrabee State Park.
Yeah,
It's out on the coast, and it's first come, first serve right now, and it's cold and rainy, so we imagine it won't be too busy.
yeah, we're hoping we're going to get our pick of some great spots, and it'll just be nice to explore a new state park that we haven't checked out yet. So.
Oh man, these are packed in.
What about like that one at the end? That goes, I mean, to think about 27, that goes just straight back that way. Ready to get unhooked?
Yeah, let's get her set up.
Okay, and then I want to go hang out by the water.
Cool.
Go to the coast.
All right, well, in classic state park fashion, we're right by a road. But it's beautiful out here. We're hoping it doesn't fill in too much. Everybody's spaced out pretty good. and we'll see how many trains we hear tonight. But we're outside, beautiful place.
And that extra 1.5 inches is sure gonna make a difference.
You know, just trying to get whatever help I can here.
Oh man.
Just tight.
The slight slope, the Jeep's pulling on the trailer, so I just gotta let some tension off.
First train.
Here we go.
Dude, they weren't kidding.
Wow.
All right, we're set up. Nice little fire pit that is filled with water. All right, camp is set up. We actually have to go find an ATM because we don't have any cash. And state park, well, at least this state park, it's cash or check, so who carries a checkbook? So we gotta go run and find cash, come back, pay for our campsite, and then we're gonna make our way down to the coast. So this is right along Bellingham Bay, which is part of Puget Sound. So we wanna go check out the shoreline and just kind of see what's around here. But first we have to go pay.
Oh, and hot tip, they don't accept loonies and toonies here. USD only.
Actually, that is a good point because we're just south of the Canadian border here by what, like an hour? It's like an hour south of Vancouver. So, yeah, there you go. Any Canadians that want to come down here, get the dollars. Chuckanut Drive, winding along Bellingham Bay, is one of the most scenic roads in Washington state. When completed in 1896, Chuckanut Drive was the first road to connect Whatcom County with points south. Until this time, travel in Northwest Washington was commonly done by canoe, steamboat, sailing ship, or train. In the early 1900s, the native Olympia oyster was harvested in Samish Bay. The Olympia oyster was difficult to culture and populations declined in the 1920s due to overharvesting. In 1921, the Pacific oyster from Japan was introduced to Samish Bay. Today, this is the dominant oyster species cultured on the West Coast. We are making our way down to the beach here to hopefully catch a great sunset. Should have brought sunglasses. Didn't really think that through.
Yeah, that was dumb. Such believers in those sunglasses too.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. I wish I could look at it.
We should probably show you what we're looking at. Here you go.
We just got packed up. Heading out. It's a beautiful morning. Got down to 37 last night. We stayed warm and dry. I think the camper was like 55 to 60 all night. Heater only kicked on a couple times. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to see more things like this, we have other things to watch on the YouTube. Subscribe, I don't know. What? Yeah. Yay! On this trip, we're exploring a rugged area of north central Washington with lots of dispersed camping. Wow, this is impressive. This was completely unexpected. Every time we turn a corner in Washington, something else surprises us.
So we've made it to the area that we wanted to camp in, and we're just kind of scouting around and seeing what sites are here. There's some falls down below us. Really gorgeous area. The hills are green with the spraying grasses. So pretty. Now we just have to figure out where we want to camp.
This is probably the steepest part. It's pretty steep down there. It's pretty rutted out too. But I think we'll be able to crawl down that nicely tomorrow morning. But man, this is beautiful. The canyon, the falls. We're just gonna take this first spot we saw. It's perfect. And get an early start tomorrow. See what else we can find up here.
Matt's gonna back the trailer up just a little bit. The wind is blowing directly at that canyon wall over there, which will be nice because we're gonna put our fire, I think, right on top of that pit. Oh, do you need to put that right there?
Got our placeholders. Eastern Washington in the spring, summer, fall, winter. It gets windy in the evening, most evenings. We had a nice break there, but it's probably gonna be pretty crazy until the sun goes down. But it's still warm, the sun is amazing. This feels like the start of summer camping right here.
I keep hearing things behind me, and every time I turn around, it's tumbleweed. We're gonna have to do a tumbleweed montage maybe right now.
Oh my God, the wind is relentless. It's swirling so bad. We just let the fire go out. I think it's almost 9, so we're doing all right on time. Oh man, it's a beautiful sunny day, but the wind is back. It has a bite. 40 degrees this morning, but with the wind, it's got to be below freezing. We're gonna go down in the valley for breakfast and see if it's a little calmer down there to get things cooked up.
Packing up has been fun.
There were 2 very steep sections of trail we had to navigate to get down to the falls. The camera really doesn't capture just how steep this actually was. Let's watch that, make sure we're good.
My fucking God, are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Holy that is so steep.
We're good. I'm just gonna keep it going. Wow, this is insane.
I'm so glad the camera's not on my face.
We're good. I still got traction. Just a little rubbing.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was gnarly.
We are never doing that again. That was stupid.
Oh, I'm smiling ear to ear. That was so much fun. Coming down towards the bottom into those holes, we were losing traction going downhill, which was crazy, but they kept catching us. So, oh man, this thing can do anything, especially with that trailer. Well, that's a pretty unique, neat spot. Douglas Creek Falls. Beautiful. I bet it's probably dry in summer, late summer. Wouldn't imagine there's a lot of water running through here. But right now, just amazing. And this trail, it's a short trail, but Douglas Creek Canyon Trail, I think is what it's called. That's where we are. Just a lot of fun. Couple river crossings, some pretty steep climbs, and a ton of offshoots you can take. It's kind of a maze finding your way through here, but as long as you're going north or south, you're going the right way. And also, I do highly recommend having 4 low and some ground clearance. I've used low on pretty much half this trail, mainly climbing and coming down hills. But now we're just on a gravel road, easy route out to the north and connecting with US 2 and on to our next stop.
Making our way up and out of the canyon, we drove through miles of farmland before meeting up with Highway 2 to take us further east to our next destination on Banks Lake. It was very cool to see the giant boulders called erratics right in the middle of crop fields where Ice Age glaciers left them. When you start to see power lines, you know you're getting close to Grand Coulee and Banks Lake. Grand Coulee Dam at the north end of the lake is the largest hydropower producer in the US.
All right, miles of dusty dirt roads and some highway later, finally Found some refuge from the wind so we can cook some breakfast and get our day started. What a day it is.
You can cook a whole pack, right?
That's where I was going.
All right, breakfast in. Getting ready to head out. We stopped at Sun Lake State Park near Banks Lake. This is actually a pretty cool spot. Beautiful scenery. We'll stop at the top of the hill here and take a look. But anyway, we're good to go. Packed up. Let's hit the road. Hit Banks Lake, Steamboat Rock, Grand Coulee. Let's do it.
We didn't get very far down the road before coming upon the viewpoint overlooking Dry Falls, where we had to stop and take in the spectacular scenery. As the name suggests, Dry Falls was once an enormous waterfall. At 3.5 miles long and 350 feet high, Dry Falls would dwarf Niagara Falls. During the last ice age, an ice dam blocked the Clark Fork River in Idaho, creating an enormous lake backing into Montana called Glacial Lake Missoula. Over time, this ice dam repeatedly failed, sending billions of tons of water racing across Washington, stripping away the soil and rock. These floods carved steep walled canyons called coulees, including Frenchman Coulee and the largest of them all, Grand Coulee. Grand Coulee is up to 800 feet deep and more than 1 mile wide in some places. Dry Falls is located at the head of the lower section, and Banks Lake, where we're headed to next, fills the upper section.
All right, camp is set up. We'll give you a little tour. This is gonna look a lot different than where we usually camp because we're at a state park, but we are here because we're surprising my parents. We've actually reserved the site right next to theirs. They aren't here yet, so this is gonna be a fun surprise, but in the meantime, we'll show you how we have things set up. Not too many trees, as you can see. This is pretty much it. We've got a nice picnic table, cool fire pit. Hey, but everything's nice and level, so that's a win, right?
Yeah, a little bit different than last night, huh?
Quite different than last night. We've got some bathrooms right there, so that's super handy. There is Steamboat Rock right along Banks Lake. And we've got the galley open, and this site over here is where my parents will be. So we're just hanging out. And then I think we might go do a hike. We can hike to the top of Steamboat Rock, so we'll see what we can get into this afternoon. Okay, here they come. We don't know if they've seen us yet.
They've seen us yet.
My mom is shocked. That was a great face. That was the look of surprise.
All right, here we go. We're doing it. Making our approach to the base of Steamboat Rock. It's supposed to be a pretty short hike, but it's just straight up.
Oh, is that a turkey? What the f is that?
I think that's a wild turkey.
Turkey?
What do you think?
Yeah, I just worry coming down
Yeah.
because of my knees and my ankles. Spoiler, we didn't hike to the top. Trail was a little sketchy for my liking. I'm thirsty.
Welcome back to Camp Cocktails. It has been a while since we've done this. We know you guys love it, so we're bringing it back, keeping it going. And we have been enjoying our whiskey. We were thinking about doing a whiskey drink, maybe a Manhattan, but we've really been enjoying our scotch lately. So we're gonna do a Rob Roy, which is just a Manhattan with scotch whiskey. So for this drink, we have Glenmorangie 10-year, sweet vermouth, orange bitters. This is just what we had available. Typically you'll want to use Angostura bitters and some maraschino cherries. You have to have the cherry. All right, we're gonna get started with some ice. Thank you, Camp Refrigerator, for keeping our ice frozen for 2 days now. Fantastic. All right, so starting out, 2 ounces of scotch. Three-quarters an ounce of sweet vermouth. That's about right. This recipe calls for 3 dashes of bitters. I'm just gonna go 1, 2. We're not too big on the bitters, but just like a little bit in there. Get that stirred up. We're gonna do 37 stirs. Just kidding, just stir it. Nailed it.
Ooh, that's tasty.
Well, it has been a great trip so far. I've been spending a lot of time just hanging out with my parents, so we're not showing a lot of that on camera. Had a delicious ribeye for dinner and ran into the motorhome a couple times when the weather changed and had a little bit of a hail session for 5 minutes. But yeah, beautiful night, a little bit windy, a little bit chilly, but we've got a great fire going. It's been a good day.
About 6:45 in the morning. Couldn't leave Steamboat Rock without climbing Steamboat Rock. Try to get it done quick. Think I can be up and down an hour, but we'll see. 1.5 miles, 800 feet of elevation gain. Had 4 pieces of pepperoni and a cheese stick. Got plenty of water though. So I'm gonna put this camera down for now and book it. Up, up, and away. Man. Oh man. I feel like I'm getting close to the top here. It's only been 30 minutes from the campsite. So yeah, this hike isn't bad at all. A little bit of a rock scramble. Easy going up. I imagine it's going to be a little slick going down, but we'll see. For now, up to the top. I'm at the junction. I got to decide, go left or go right. Which view do I want first? Well, I haven't looked north yet, so I'm going that way first. Well, something's been marking this rock like crazy. There are turds everywhere. These cat turds. Yeah, I see lots of deer tracks on the trail. Little deer tracks. No cats yet. Man, that was a lot of doo-doo. Oh yeah. There's the trailer, right down there. Looks like the galley's open. I think Emily's making breakfast. I better haul ass. Wow, the geology here is amazing. This state park is amazing. You gotta come see it. And this all made possible by your local Missoula floods, established a zillion friggin' years ago. Oh, fuck. Ooh, that's as steep. Not bad though. I expected, well, it is steep. I expected it to be a lot looser, but there's some pretty good rock steps here. Makes it really easy coming down. Well, not really easy. Just take your time, mind your ankles, watch your step. Be down in 5 minutes eating breakfast, hopefully. All right, final time, up and down in an hour and a half, but I was booking it and I didn't do the entire loop. Had to get back. I would say give yourself 3 to 4 hours if you want to go at a nice, comfortable pace and just enjoy every view. Where's breakfast?
I had a visitor. We were chatting, so
just kidding.
I'm a
just
little
kidding.
behind on the breakfast.
That's all right. I'm a little behind too.
How are you feeling? How was it?
Oh, it was amazing. Great.
Yeah.
The steep part is like stair step rock. So.
Okay. You can take a shower, you filthy animal.
Yeah. Do the dishes while I'm in there.
That's the only soap we have. So.
And the one time I didn't bring a ton of. I always overpack clothes. And I'm out of clothes, so whatever.
All right. See you in a bit.
Pretty amazing state park here. I do highly recommend, if you're gonna do the hike, do an early morning hike. Try to catch the sunrise if you can. By the time you get down, you're gonna be hot and sweaty. Hop in one of their brand new showers. I feel amazing. Had a nice breakfast. Thanks, babe. Could probably spend a week just exploring up here. Tons of great dispersed camping. As you can see, some great state parks. If you're more into that comfort lifestyle. Anyway, we're about to hit the highway here. It's gonna get loud. On our way to Grand Coulee Dam. Let's go. Grand Coulee Dam generates more hydroelectric power than any other dam in the United States and irrigates more than 671,000 acres within the Columbia Basin. The dam is 1 mile long, 550 feet high, 500 feet thick, and weighs over 24 million tons. It contains enough concrete to build a highway from Seattle to Miami and is more massive than the Great Pyramid of Giza. Damn. I mean, you knew it was coming. It's pretty cool.
Is this one the one like where the cement is still curing? Or is that Hoover? Or both? Cement?
Could be both. I don't know. I think we're about to find out.
Work on the dam began in the summer of 1933. This public works project was one of the biggest under President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal and employed thousands of men during the Great Depression. The third power plant is the largest, and when working at full capacity, over 1.5 million gallons of water per second pass through the generators to power approximately 4.2 million homes in the Pacific Northwest. When you go, be sure to stop by the visitor center, and if you're there in the summer months, make sure to catch the laser light show in the evening.
See how far we can get. We're kind of hitting some snow here. It's 82 degrees with snow on the ground. It's pretty crazy. Typical springtime in Washington.
Might have reached the end of the road here, folks.
It's like we got a truck stuck way up in the snow. Everybody's just kind of parked here and hiking into the lake, I guess.
Gotta love the turning radius on the Jeep. The Jeep is so dirty.
Like a boss.
Let's go. Do I have clearance over here to get in and out without hitting a tree and stuff?
What's up?
Making sure I can get in and out on the side with that tree. Boy, has it been a day. We finally made it to camp. Man, it was a rough morning. We were striking out, trying to explore a new area and running into snow. And just when you think you find a spot, more snow.
Classic Washington spring fashion. We just kept running into snow. We wanted to give one spot a shot, but we would have had to go through about 10 yards of untracked mashed potato snow, and we were already deep in the day, so
Yeah, we might have been able to make it in, but we were concerned whether or not we might be able to make it out in the morning.
next time.
All right, let's get this weekend started.
Booyah.
We've got another great spot here. Huge fire pit That looks like a lot of work to dig out, and we're not going to use it. We have the pop-up pit again. Matt just got us some firewood chopped, taking a break.
Sweating.
We remembered the jewel cup, but I don't think we're going to need it because this spot's pretty private. We actually brought one of our tables this time just for some extra counter space. This is our Alps mountaineering table. And yeah, this is our spot for the weekend.
That right there is a fresh pile of bear poopy.
Right next to camp.
We gotta get the bear spray.
Yeah.
Super easy.
We're down in Oregon for a couple days of camping, and we're spending our first night at Wyeth Campground very close to the Columbia River. This is our first time in this area, and we found this campground to be very nice with the sites spread out and lush vegetation and tree cover providing privacy from fellow campers. We locked up the trailer and headed out to explore and found what we think is dispersed camping right along the Columbia River.
Matt's working on breakfast. We are doing croissant breakfast sandwiches, super easy to prep, some eggs, and coffee.
After breakfast, we packed up camp and made our way further south towards Mount Hood for our next night of camping. It was too early for us to check into our campsite, so we did a little exploring looking for new campsite locations.
So we stopped for lunch while we were out exploring, and here's our view. There's a woodpecker. I don't know if you guys can see this, but right along the ridge of the mountain there is a ski lift, I think from Timberline Lodge. So you can ski on Mount Hood. All right, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. We are right on a river. So this is our camp spot, night 2, fire pit there. And then we have river access right down here. I won't go too close because I don't know if you'll be able to hear me or not. So lots of great sun, good fire pit, and nice little setup. Oh my God, this is really, really cold.
Well, we found a little offshoot here. Should probably walk it first, but just gonna go for it with the trailer.
Oh, that looks open out over there.
This looks, oh yeah. Oh, we can definitely turn around.
Okay.
Oh, that looks
I
like
see
a campsite.
a fire pit, I think, and some garbage, of course. Lots of garbage. Cool.
Wow.
We found a really cool spot. I think we're gonna take it. Just doing a little bit of scouting and seeing where we want to put the camper. We're right along a river. There's a fire pit that looks pretty good. Got the river that way. There isn't any wind, so that's nice. I always kind of have to take that into consideration, where the wind is and where the fire's going to be, and we don't want that blowing into the galley necessarily, or right at the camper.
This is a nice find. I want to come out here in the summer. Man, the river right there. They've got the Yakima River. Pretty full right now. Spring melt. Beautiful damp spring day in the PNW with a surprise winter weather advisory tonight. It might snow.
It's almost May. This is ridiculous.
I can't believe it, yeah. We keep getting sun breaks here and then rain and sun breaks, but about 12 hours it might be snow. Oh well. Be fun getting out of here tomorrow.
Okay, I think we're gonna get the Slumberjack up here in a minute. It's been raining on us a little bit off and on all day, so we want to get some shelter up. And then we're gonna have to source some firewood. We brought the chainsaw this trip. We did not bring wood, so I think those are probably the next couple of things on the agenda. Perfect height countertops for once. We are level both ways, no jacks.
Wow. It's like we've done this before, huh?
Right? And we need to swing that.
Me too.
We've had a lot of wind the last couple of trips, so I'm pretty okay.
Yeah.
To
I'm okay
get a
with the
break.
rain.
So, yeah, I'd rather have rain than wind, honestly.
And the snow. I'd rather have hail,
Is it
rain,
really?
snow
When was
instead
that
of wind
supposed to start? Is it really gonna snow?
tonight.
Guess we got that up just in time.
Seriously. Anybody ever had a chainsaw that just worked all the time?
We haven't used the chainsaw in quite a
Oh,
while.
Yeah. A couple things I carry in our homemade chainsaw case, formerly Halloween costumes. You can see where I cut out the slot for the blade there, real fancy. Oh, this was also electrical wiring at some point too, I guess. Yeah, just got an extra chain because that chain has popped off a lot. I'm actually surprised it hasn't broken yet. And chainsaw tool, screwdriver, 2 bolt sizes. I actually have 2 of these in here, that's nice. Some pliers, always keep some oil, funnel, which I hardly ever use. Let's go cut some wood.
Is it dry? It's pretty wet. That's gonna be the trick today. It's a little wet out here.
Ah, that'll burn nice.
Jackpot.
Oh man, I'm a little out of practice here. Man, I didn't think this wood was gonna be that good. We went back over to the garbage dump campsite and collected as much as we could. Unfortunately, we could only take so much. However, we didn't want this area to stay this way, so we spread the message on our Instagram account, sharing this beautiful campsite and the opportunity to help clean it up, and wow, what a response we received. A huge thank you to everyone in our community who went out of their way to stop by and grab what they could. Oh, just did a bit of garbage pickup. You need a pickup truck or two to get all of that. We did what we could. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
That's, I think, the most trash we've ever come across at a campsite. Like, that's bad.
Oh, this world, what's happening? Still have this amazing spot. Time to relax, enjoy it. Jiggly, feels like a waterbed. Getting a little puddle, but we got an easy fix. So we don't throw it right on our fire. If we were A-frame style, we wouldn't have to worry about that, but that's more of our snow setup. Just bring this guy down a little and take it off the backside. That's what she said.
You're sure it's going that way, right? It's not gonna just douche me.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Oh ho ho. All right.
Beauty, eh?
It's like Burger King up in here. Flame broiled.
What is going on? In a few days it's gonna be May. This is crazy. We're not even that high of elevation. To be honest, kind of digging it. We're getting one last taste of winter.